Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fired Up on a Friday. Got my XOI coffee in hand. Not my XOI coffee, but my XOI travel mug with my coffee.
I'm very proud of you for having a reusable coffee mug.
We're out of the disposables, so here we are. So shout out to the XOI team. Boom.
Aloha Friday.
Aloha. It is Friday, and man, another fast week in the books. We've been fired up with you consistently every day this week, and we're going to look to continue to do that, but we will be away next week, so we'll see what happens with that.
We'll try to go live, like maybe
We'll
from
do.
the hotel room again.
Yeah, we'll do something. We'll figure something out. We do leave for MAFSI Sunday. We got the opening reception in Naples, so that's that. And then we'll be gone through Thursday. Of course, I'm going to be, excuse me, I'll be speaking on Tuesday at the MAFSI conference. And we're going to have a booth there for the Fed group. So be sure to stop by. We're going to have some cool giveaways, and we're going to be doing discounts to FedCon tickets for the beautiful people that attend the conference. So that'd be cool.
Hashtag better with Kazan. Happy Friday.
That's right. I talked to Matt last night. It was a nice chat. And, you know, we were talking Fed membership, stuff like that. So we that's something else that's really weighing on us, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because when you launch something like this, there's got to be value immediately out of the gate. So I mean, listen, my wheels are turning on that. I'm sure yours have been spinning. You've been in the platform, and you've been maneuvering things and trying to figure things out. But I think, you know, when you look at it, not that I want to go off on a membership tangent here, but I would ask the people, what do you want from a membership? If you're going to join the Fed group, an actual paying membership. So, you know, what we want to bring to the table, obviously, is a strong network, a strong community, which you do have on Facebook, but we want to level it up, right? We want to level it up. We want to give you, obviously, master classes. We want to give some trainings and classes via digital. And that's going to be with the paid membership. You're going to get those when you get the membership. What are those classes going to look like? I know for one thing that's been weighing on my mind for a few years now is Gold Collar University, which would be soft skills training for technicians. So I want to put those videos together. I've been talking about this forever. We have the 10 Gold Collar commandments. We probably should sit down, look at those, maybe revise them, maybe tweak them, and put down the criteria. And then I do want to put some videos together, and I would love to have technicians that are Gold Collar guys, not just. I mean, obviously we have guys here that are that way, but I would love to have guys from across the country, giving their 2 cents on what it takes to be Gold Collar and put together a really strong class that you'd be able to utilize and share with your team and be a way for training. Because we're talking about that same language. You know, there is a right way to do this. And there's I think there's a fine line on what should be said, what shouldn't be said in the field, and all these different things. So excuse me. I think that's going to be something we want to work on. Obviously, there's going to be a marketplace. We want to assist people with their parts distribution, maybe with equipment, small wares, whatever it might be for the food service industry, food equipment industry, collectively. So there's going to be a lot of that. What else did we have behind there?
In terms of the parts.
Anything, yeah. Anything on your mind, yeah.
Oh, what do you mean?
Anything. What else was behind there? We had different. There's different, like I would call it groups. Would you call it?
Yes. So the groups would be for, I guess, each channel partner as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to have a community for each channel partner to communicate and make their area better, as well as having the parts section for parts exchange. Aside from that, I am blanking because it is Friday.
That's okay.
My brain hurts.
Yeah, but no, but behind the membership, with the paying membership, I'm also thinking, talking about these roundtables and discussions and things, having rep roundtables, having dealer roundtables, having service company roundtables, then having industry collective roundtables. And this is stuff I'm talking virtually, right? And then digital conferences or events that we're going to put on behind the scenes, behind that membership, where there will be, that will be available to members. Probably there might be discounted tickets for events and different things like that. So, when you look out into the world and you see, there's the members pricing and then there's the non-members pricing. So if you're a non-member, the price is going to be this, but if you're a member, you're going to be heavily discounted to come to FedCons, to come to listen, we're going to get to the point where we're putting on masterminds. Before this pandemic hit, if you recall, there was something called the Women's Fed Powerment event that I was planning and I was promoting like crazy. And we were downtown Jersey City, right across the river from New York City. It was a beautiful thing coming together. So that was going to be showcasing the women of the industry. That's something I want to continually do, an ongoing thing where we're working with trade schools and things like that. So there's a lot of that stuff. We're going to have a lot of partners behind the scenes and within that. There's just a lot that's going to come in this membership. I think it's going to be a really, really, really high value for the price, especially if we're going to do an introductory price.
Yes.
We got to get people in the community and let people see what it is. No one's going to spend $1,000 and say, oh, I'll go check it out for $1,000. It's a lot of money. So, Jesus, excuse me. So that's going to be cool. I'm really super fired up, honestly, about that. It's just been really hard for us to sit here
logistically
and just figure this out, right? We're just so many, so many irons in the fire. There's a lot going on right now. And listen, like I said, we're traveling to Naples on Sunday. We just got back from Arizona last week on a red eye, back and forth to Long Island a couple times already this year. It's a lot of stuff. You're planning for FedCon.
All right. Who is this commenting here?
Someone's got beef? Who got beef? Lisa.
No, I'm not sure. Okay, who is this? I'm thinking it's Taz. I want to get a 8-bedroom home in Hawaii and bring you awesome techs to live in Hawaii and get a chance to work here for a few months or years, kind of like how McDonald's does with their international workers.
I only know one guy in Hawaii, which is Davin. But
is this Davin?
He's got to be sleeping.
Davin, he definitely has to be sleeping.
Or maybe he's just waking up. What time is it in Hawaii now?
Hold on. Let me go on the group and find out who this is.
We're going to find out who you are, Facebook user.
Who are you, Facebook user? Oh, hold on. That is Davin. Davin, how are you awake right now?
Well, what time is it? 5? I mean,
that's not so. Out and tuning in.
See, well, it's probably not so crazy if it's like 5 a.m. I mean, this guy's a hustler, man. The guy gets up early and works out and does his thing before he goes in and does his thing on the road. Awesome. My main man. I love it. So fired up. What are you fired up about? Please jump in the comments. It's Friday. We're keeping it light. We're not going to get too crazy here. Yes.
I was about to cough.
Oh. And listen, you can go to fedcon.com, go check out the agenda. It's filling in. We're putting panels together. We're talking with some real amazing people. You're going to see a lot of stuff filling in even more in the next couple of weeks. We got big sponsorships coming through. We're going to be making more announcements. So don't wait. If you want to be there and you want to sponsor, if you want a booth, talk to us. I know, I look at any industry, and when something's new, it's like, I don't know if I need to be there. I got to pick, I'm going to pick and choose where I go and do this stuff. So I'm going to go to the ones that I know of, right? And that's fair. I don't know who this is. And that's fair. Because I would probably be sitting there going, I ain't doing this. I ain't going this thing. But I will tell you, this is going to build and build and build. This is going to be a go-to conference for decades to come, Lisa. Decades. So being on the ground floor of something, being founding members, being part of the beginning, it's a beautiful thing. There's a lot of really, supportive, amazing people, just like Taz and Josh, they give their time, and we all do that, for the industry, no matter what association it is that we belong to, we give our time. It's volunteerism because we care about the greater good. And this is another greater good type thing. And I want to continue to bring things that are feel good stuff. There's a lot of stuff in this brain that I have to pull out so we could talk more about it. I keep things to myself inside my head all the time. I don't know what it is. But there's a lot of other things I want to do with this to help people. And I want to bring awareness to the industry. And that's what this is about. So, we also want to create the impact and change. There's issues, there's things going down, there's things going on. We need to do this collectively together. And the 5 families are already out there. You got Cefesa, MAFSI, FEDA, NAFM, FCSI. They're out there. We're not looking to be anything like that. We're looking to be the conduit to the industry, the gateway to digital branding and marketing that is going to bring things to new lights and new communities and new networkings and a lot of just different things. So
the connection engine,
baby.
And Davin says, is there going to be a Fedcon NFT? So Davin,
man, have I thought of that already, boy?
The industry's not ready for that yet.
I was already thinking it though. I just don't know enough about it. And I listened to Gary Vee talk about it, man. But he was like, I was just watching a video the other day, and he was like, what's an NFT? And then it was me, and then Gary, right? Then Gary's like, think about Beanie Babies and Teddy Ruxpin and Care Bears and all these things, and there was no value to those things, but people gave them value.
Yes.
And all this stuff, and that's kind of like what his then he started naming his things at his NFTs. And he's like, this is going to take like the next 40 years for me to like make these things worth what I want them to be worth. It's going to take a long time. Like, this is really like the very, 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 very beginning. So there's still opportunity. There's still plenty of time to get in and understand it and do it. I would love to have like a Fed group, like obviously food equipment, have like a little oven guy, a little steamer guy, all these different things, and create like all these NFTs.
Jason says Davin has a point. Very interesting. And Davin also says, dude, membership base is so NFT worthy.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Maybe next year. Honestly, I think that the industry as a whole, or actually the general population, still needs to learn a little bit more about NFTs. Yeah. And then we'll slowly start rolling it in.
Yeah. But I will say, been thought about it, been thunk about it. Like I said, I've even created these characters in my mind of what they would be. Like I said, I've thought of, Johnny the Oven and Donnie the Steamer and all these, whatever it might be, like, and I've pictured them like in my head of what they look like. And I'm like, gotta get somebody to, there's a lot.
Just as an example, let's say Johnny the Oven, right? If you purchase the food service NFT, just like Jason is saying right now, you get access to 10 master classes for the year, for example. That's just like how it would work. Mm-hmm. as a general example. Who said this?
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff.
So see myself putting on my AR and joining you guys in these group meetings without having to fly 5,000 miles. Exactly. That's going to happen. Soon we'll all be wearing Oculus.
Oh, and by the way, I think I might have mentioned this, but I got Oculus for Aaliyah, my stepdaughter, I guess you want to call her that. Sure. kind of. For Christmas. Unbelievable. Super cool. I'm gonna get one for here.
Yes.
Because
for trainings and stuff too. For
we got to start really diving into that. I want to be part of that change. I want to be part of that, the future of what is. So.
But Davin, just so you know, I much rather fly 5,000 miles to Hawaii.
Yeah, you might not want to fly 5,000 to Jersey, especially today. It's freaking cold.
But we'll go over to hang out. And just as a random thought, I've been watching a lot of reality TV, and you know how they're always set in Hawaii, like these romance competitions or whatever. Why don't we do this 8-bedroom home in Hawaii, like Davin's suggesting? We get all these techs to live there, and we film a reality show.
This is the real world, Fed style.
Real world.
Where 8 strangers come together to live in a house.
To compete in the food service industry.
Yeah. And, talking about that, I know I shouldn't be saying all this stuff out loud because someone's going to do it. It's going to be someone's going to take this and they're going to act like they thought of it and they did it. And meanwhile, here we are watching going, another one stolen, another idea stolen. But I am so excited for this test kitchen as well, because I want to make it. Obviously this would be a starting point because you got to start somewhere. But think of like, like a Fed, like, so when you look at like the Food Network and they have what is it, Kitchen Stadium
Yeah.
or whatever they call it, having something like that here and having competitions.
Absolutely. We
Whether
talked about this.
we did. But like competitions on from two angles. Like, so you have like the reps that are like, when you watch a lot of the reps and the stuff, like they're doing a lot of cooking and they're doing showcasing. Imagine having like chop style events here, like bringing reps in and like, listen, I'm gonna cook with my Blodgett and my Middleby stuff, and we're gonna have the Blodgett with the Middleby brands versus the Well-Built brand reps versus the, you know what I mean?
Ooh.
And just see who's gonna. And it's not necessarily about the equipment. It's really, it's about showcasing the equipment. But it's really just about having fun as well and showing the industry and showing other people that are watching, like, oh, this is a pretty fun industry. Showing that, but then also having technicians come in and maybe saying, listen, maybe we talk to Safessa, we talk to Dan over there and be like, listen, we want to break these things down and we want to have technicians doing competitions.
I just thought of taking that further. And I love how lighthearted this whole conversation on this Fired Up is. But okay, imagine starting the show with pieces of equipment that are down,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
So you've got ovens that are down and you have different techs working on those ovens to get them up, and then taking it further, you have the chefs cooking a meal on top of that. So it's like start to finish, who can get there first?
Oh, okay.
So tech.
It's like the Amazing Race.
Exactly. Who's going to get up and running first and get that dish completely finished and plated? Can it happen in 6 hours?
6 hours. You got 6 hours to get this done. I mean, that's pretty cool too. This is how the wheels are spinning here constantly. But these are things that we want to bring through the Fed group, and there's going to be a lot of ways to promote your brand and your business through our channels as we build and grow the audience. Right now, I mean, you know, again, it's still the ground floor. We're in a niche. I can never say that word. Niche. Is it niche or niche?
I don't know.
Somebody help me here. We're in a niche market.
Tomato.
Yeah, we're in a niche market, and you know, we're still trying to pull people in. We're gonna have to make it, like when I sat on Gary Vee, we got to make it sexier. And I think we're doing that little by little. We need some more sexy people on this Fired Up. I think, right? We need to get some more people scheduled in. I think what I want to do is I want to start reaching out to people and just scheduling them in.
Now that I know that Davin's awake at this time, Davin, we're gonna get you on this Fired Up.
Yeah, Davin, man. I've never actually had like a one-on-one. I think like on a live or anything. We got to do that.
In terms of the competition, he wrote, "That's like my dad racing us rebuilding a mixer blindfolded." Has that actually happened? That's actually pretty awesome.
It's like the Karate Kid, the Food Equipment Kid. You are not ready. Put the blindfold on.
He says I'm camera shy.
Oh, come on.
It's a good thing the metaverse, you can, hopefully soon, you can just be a complete avatar of yourself. You don't even have to be you.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Anyway.
So listen,
how about you get back to the real Fired Up session here?
What is that about, by the way?
We're fired up to be at MAFSI.
We are fired up to be at MAFSI. A big thanks to Alice and Cody and the entire MAFSI team for thinking of me. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to get down there. We're going to be talking about, and I think this is what I'll be fired up about right now, honestly. I am fired up about connections and finding your why, right? And I talked about this at the first FedCon, and I think it went over really well. Had a lot of great questions after the presentation, and you know, it was really one of those things where I'm trying to get people to understand the reason behind all this. Like, because I said, I've sat in dinners and meetings, and I've gone to New York restaurant shows, and I've had booths there, and I'm walking around with cameras following, and they're like, Rich, I mean, it's interesting, but like, I don't get it. I don't get what you're doing. Like, why he's following you around for what, you know? And the best thing I could tell you is that I want the people on the other side of that camera to know me. And when you know me, you're going to know about my business. And when you know about my business, there's an opportunity that maybe we're going to do business someday. And I'm not going to shove Malachi Parts and Service or Service Masters or anything down your throat. It's connected to me. I'm talking. I'm here. You need, and it happens every day on LinkedIn. Maybe not every day, but at least every week for sure. People reaching out. I got a call. Actually, I got a call yesterday from a manufacturer for the New York side and said, hey, it said the message was, we know, tell Rich to call us. You know, we saw his announcement last year about New York and we need help in that market. If he's interested in partnering, give me a call. So if that person's watching, I will be giving you a call. But this is it. You open doors. You want to open doors for yourself. You know, life is about opportunity. And you have to seize the moment. I mean, it's corny. It is what it is, but you have to seize these moments. You have to seize the opportunities. They don't just come. You know, we're not just going to be, you know, for like the Fed group and Fedcon, like it was an idea. It was an idea.
Yep.
Nobody came knocking on my door and opened it and said, hey, Rich, I got a great idea. I'm going to get it going for you. You have to do things to get things. And you have to do good. You have to do good by people. You have to do your best. Listen, we're all human. You know, we just do our best to be a good human being and put yourself out there. You know, Davin, I know you're camera shy, but what are you leaving on the table, brother? What are you leaving on the table by not doing this? And I'm not saying you have to do this. It could be any which way you want. But if you're not interacting, and listen, by the way, you're actually, I shouldn't say you're not doing it because you interact quite a bit.
Yes, he does.
And that is another part of the puzzle. So, like I said, you don't necessarily have to do this, but Davin, you're always you're present, you're participating, you're engaging with others. That's helping you be seen too. Believe me. Oh, my back. So, yeah, I mean it's important, and that's, you know, as far as the connections go. So when I gave my presentation, it was entitled "Me and My Why, You and Yours." The first part was me and my why, and why am I doing this? You know, I talked about my family, talked about my dad. Talked about, you know, growing up in the business, talked about, you know, how I got to this stage that I was talking on at FedCon 2020. I think that was important for people to get to know me better. Even though they might have been watching, I gave a little bit more in-depth, insight stuff. You know, I brought my 8th grade yearbook photo. And I was like, this is me with hair, you know, when I was maybe a little bit more handsome. You know, I mean, these are things that connect us. You know, everyone has an 8th grade yearbook photo. Maybe everyone thought back to theirs and like, oh my God, I remember my 8th grade year. I mean, really, right?
Yeah.
And that is the important piece of all of this. The ultimate connectors. You know, and I have this book up. I was going to read it, and people don't buy from logos. They buy from people. People trust people. That's in the End of Marketing book, which is a great book. It's got so much insight, and
we'll give you one at MAFSI.
Yes, we will, with your purchase of a FedCon ticket. So, you know, that's a lot of the stuff we want to drive home. You know, and I was talking with Allison, and Allison said, you know, you really kind of changed my mind on what social media actually is and can be in that presentation. And that right there was everything for me. You know,
and he's referring to Allison from MAFSI.
Yes, I am. And so, you know, when I've been asked to talk here, it was along the lines of like, let's get everybody, as many people as possible, to understand the importance of the connections and finding your why. My why is different than your why. I have a whole other business that I want to build outside of Malachi and Service Masters. Excuse me. This coffee, boy. And that's going to come by me giving my time, by me getting on lives, by me putting out massive amounts of content. More people are probably saying, this guy puts out enough content. I'm sick of seeing him in my feed. I'm not even putting out enough in my eyes. I should be putting out 10 times as much, and I'm going to get there. But we all start somewhere. I'm putting out more than I was a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. Going to continue to put out more and more and more, and you got to commit to this process. And when you start connecting with people and you open your mind and your world to it, like I said, those opportunities you never knew existed all of a sudden present themselves. Did I ever want to speak in front of anybody, Lisa? Hell no. My mom is still blown away. She's like, this is the kid that wouldn't raise his hand in class to answer a question. Even if he knew it, I probably didn't know it. That's why I kept my hand down. I hated school, but anyway, that's another fired up. And now you're on a stage talking in front of people. I was Safessa, asked me to come to a bunch of regionals before the pandemic, of course, in 2019. I was in Vegas, I was in Albany, I was in Texas. It was so much fun getting out into the world with my Safessa family, and giving them some of the insight that I've been going through. And again, it's not one way. It's not my way or the highway. I've taken bits and pieces from so many people that I've watched, from Ed Milet to Lewis Howes to Gary Vee, just a lot of different people. I watch all these guys, E.T. the hip hop preacher, all these guys, they all influence me. They've all given me something. And same thing for you. Whoever you're watching, whoever you're inspired by, whoever you're like, damn, I love what this guy or girl is doing. Utilize that. Take that in. Harbor it. Figure it out. Make it your own. Reverse engineer it all. It's super, super important to the future of your business. And you might not think that right now, but one day it's going to come, and your competition is going to have been knocking it out of the park, and you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, what happened to them? What happened to them? What happened to them? They're over here because this guy started doing this kind of content and this kind of content, and they're having this, and there's a million things going on. And there's a buzz. Create a buzz in your market. Be that buzz. That's what I want to be. That's why this test kitchen is super important. We're reopening that up. It's going to bring new opportunity here. And I really believe that that's what it's all about. And those opportunities, they help your team, they help your family, they help you personally. You're growing, you're building, and it's a beautiful thing. So we're going to talk a lot about the why and connections at MAFSI this coming week.
We got some comments here.
You're damn right we do.
My buddy Quentin. So Quentin says social media is important, but never neglect the rest either. Social media could go away as fast as it came. Cover all bases.
So Quentin, I will say to you, my friend, never neglect the other stuff. And I guess the other stuff would be in person, handling the business. That doesn't happen.
Writing letters.
Right?
Because that also sets you apart.
We have, for Maliki, for Service Masters, for Fed, we have these cards. This is thanking for support stuff and stuff like that. The other one is Maliki Cares. Don't let this fool you and think that work's not being done. Work's being done. You have to prioritize. So my priorities is Maliki, Service Masters, Fed Group, right? All three. The work's getting done. We got technicians doing work. We got people here that care, that are helping move things along. We got parts managers and service managers, operations. We have people in place. We have strategies in place, relationship building. I'm in touch via emails and text messages and phone calls all week with my guys, with my manufacturer partners, with my rep deal. I'm talking to everybody. It's all happening. It's busy. I am freaking busy. It's happening. This is just one piece of it. And it's important, and you shouldn't be neglected. So if you're looking to grow your business, I keep mentioning, I don't want to mention my guy by name, but my West Coast friend, my West Coast brother, he could be knocking it out of the park more than he even knows if he started 365 days ago, like I told him to. But no time. There's time. We all got 24 hours. What are you doing with them? That's up to you. I know what I'm doing with them. I'm executing on every single minute that I possibly can. Listen, I have my days and my moments, but we're constantly in motion. We're constantly doing something. So, yes, don't neglect your business. This is part of my business. I can't neglect this either. So, same thing for you. Yeah, be present. You have to answer you have to be responsive. You have to answer the phone. You have to get things done. I'm handling business all day long. This is a small piece of it. This is a very small piece of my day, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a small piece of my day.
It's hard to track you down for a 30-minute live stream sometimes.
Yeah, but I take the time and I make it happen. We're not growing this business because I'm home sleeping after I go do this, right? There's phone calls, there's conference calls, there's Zooms, there's texts, there's a million things happening. There's meetings upstairs, there's meetings in Long Island. I'm back and forth, I'm up, I'm down, I'm speaking here, I'm talking there, I'm doing presentations. There's a million things. It's constant motion. and I love every second of it. I'm not saying I'm not stressed, because I stress myself out more than I should, creating the fear of the unknowns. I'm like, oh my God, what if this happened? What the what ifs, right? But my friend told me one time, what if? He said, what if butterflies could shoot machine guns? What are you talking about? What if? He's like, just worry about what is. I was like, yeah, pretty good. True. So
Taz shares one of his motivation YouTubes, Red Frost Motivation on YouTube.
okay.
Is it moto or is it motivation?
That's great. Yeah. If anyone has anyone or anything that they're watching, YouTube or wherever, drop a link in, right?
Yeah.
Drop a link or drop a name at least, and let us let everybody else see what you have that going on that's inspiring you. Maybe it'll tickle somebody else.
And Jason says social anxiety can be crushing sometimes.
It can. There's days you don't want to get out of bed sometimes. I mean, it's when you're going a million miles an hour. And by the way, sometimes you got to take the time to rest. Honestly, I feel so good that I took that Key West trip. Good. I do. I feel better that I'm here now. I'm ready to rock. I felt ready to rock when I got back. And I also found by the way, not to get off topic, but if you haven't been to Key West, yeah, I love Key West. What a great little place. I mean, it was so much fun. We're going back.
Well, why do you think I planned an entire week vacation after FedCon?
You're gonna need to recoup, man. You gotta downtime and go because you gotta have the balance. You gotta enjoy life. And I want, especially if you're an employee here and you're on this team, so many people tell me, I got days, but I don't want to take. I'm like, take your days. They're there for a reason. Listen, if you're not going to take them, you're not going to take them. It is what it is. I can't force you, but you need to separate yourself from things. You come back better for everybody, better for yourself, your family. If you got to take a week, you got to take 10 days, then go do that. All right. It's nothing. Everything's going to be here when you get back. And you'll be rejuvenated. I didn't go for, I went for 5-6 days and came back, got some things, I thought through some things while I'm sitting by the pool. And
I noticed
I made a list.
Rich.
Did you?
Yeah.
I really feel more, because I was by the end of the year last year, honestly, right around Thanksgiving, I started to get like, I can't do this. I can't figure this out. I started to complain. I was complaining a lot.
Gavin says, what's vacation, Rich? Am I the only one still working on vacation?
Well, you're in Hawaii. I mean, I don't know.
I know it's not fair, Devin. It's really not fair that you're in Hawaii.
But listen, you know what? It's different when you live in these places. It's not vacation. I get that. I didn't go away for years, man. I didn't go away for years, and I shame on me, because I was following in my father's footsteps, and I saw what this business did to him. He never took time. He went, I guess I was probably 10 years old. We went to Disney. My sister was probably 3 at the time. And 2 days in, he's like, I got to leave.
Yeah. And that's what Davin's saying. He's saying, guys calling nonstop. I don't know how to detach.
Here's my advice. You know how you detach? You just detach. You put your away email on and you go somewhere. And you do whatever you want.
If you're running your business, how can you? Right?
Well, and listen, everybody's different. Every business is different. I don't know, who you have answering phones, what are the technicians you have. I don't know what you have going on. You might be in a different circumstance. I don't know. So I don't want to, but you do need to have time. And, again, then we went to Bermuda when I was like 16, I remember. And we flew in, and probably 2 days in again, I would say, maybe 3. I got to go. He had to leave, and he left again. And then all these other little trips we used to take, years when I was younger with my cousins and everything, and family friends and stuff like that. We would go to Hershey Park, right? We go to Wildwood in the summer. He was nowhere to be found. I don't have a memory of my dad on vacation.
Yeah.
None. He was working. And when you look at that, it's sad. Now, he was building something. Lord knows I didn't understand then, but I understand now, and I get it. But I don't want to become him. I don't want to be him. And I know I need to take time. We all do. Nobody is superhuman and is going to last, you know, day in and day out, 365 without taking some time. And it's funny too. It's not funny, but there was a guy here that used to come and buy parts.
We lost visual. Keep talking.
I'm gonna keep talking, guys. We lost visual. I'm so fired up. I'm burning the batteries out. I'm gonna keep talking. So if you just stick with me, please. We're fixing that now. But there was a gentleman that used to come here and buy parts back in the day. I can't remember his name right now. I could see his face, but this guy was working. He was working hard, and he was a one-man band. I think he had a helper, one-man band. And my dad was like, "Listen, man, you better slow down. You're gonna kill yourself." And he was like, "No, you know what? I got a lot." I think his name was Jerry. He's like, I got a lot going on. I'm building this. I'm doing that. No days off type mentality. Working. This man had a massive heart attack at 43. He had a massive heart attack at 43. I'm 40.
That's terrifying.
So, I don't want to be the guy that's going to be out here like, yo, no days off, no sleep. Let's get this. No, you got to sleep. You need days off. But when you're in, it's time to execute. Right now we're on. We're on the move. All right. For me, like Lisa, at the end of FedCon, I'm going to take a few days, decompress, chill by the pool.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully you'll all stay and have a couple of cocktails with me. I'm going to try and get my mom to come out. I would love to she would love the property. I think she would enjoy it. So I'm trying to get her out there and hang out with my mom for a little bit. And then head back over the weekend, at the end of April, and then get back and get ready to rock for May, June, July, August, and then Labor Day comes. And I listen to Gary Vee often, and he's like, listen, Labor Day, the last 2 weeks of August, the last 2 weeks of December are great times to just decompress and go away because the whole world kind of slows down. Anyway, you're going to say something, Lisa.
Yeah,
I feel it. I'm feeling it.
I was going to play devil's advocate here and say you technically can go on vacation, especially, different conferences. They're picking locations based on just people wanting to go there, being destinations.
Mm-hmm.
So Scottsdale, Arizona, it's a very beautiful place.
It is. If you want to golf.
Wonderful vacation. And for folks that want to go on vacation but are going to continue working, I highly suggest you should check out FedCon.
Yeah. And that's true. And when you think about it, so it's like it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So you could just plan like maybe you're going to do golf on Thursday and you're going to go hang by the pool on Friday. You know what I mean? So you could really, and we have spouse tickets. So if you're going to bring your spouse, partner, whatever, have them come with you and enjoy. Take a little extra day or two, I think that's kind of what my dad, because he used to go to all the FEDDCon conferences. That was kind of his vacation. I think that was his getaways from the regular norms. But yeah, I mean, listen, we all have to be conscious of our own, listen, we're all living different. We're all live different. Our businesses are different. Our circumstances are different. You have to figure out what's best for you. Again, there's no right or wrong. You just got to figure out what's best for you, and what's going to be best for your business and your family and your team collectively. When you're running a business, it's not me first. I think of other people first. I got to make sure that this is here and this is here and this is here and this is good. And thankfully I have people here. Thankfully I have good people around me. I think that's probably one of the keys to success. If you want to look for a recipe and a formula, you got to find good people. Is that easy? No. 10 years, Lisa. 10 years to get to this point.
Yeah.
I kissed a lot of frogs to get to my princesses and my princes. All right. So, listen, I have to get to DMV, ladies and gentlemen. I got to go pick up plates. And here in New Jersey, you got to make appointments and you got to drive further than you ever had to before. So I gotta go get that because we got to get plates on this pickup truck because, well, listen, we have installations to get done and, we don't always need that big box truck. We like to utilize the Ford F-250. There was an issue with the plates. We had some repairs done and, well, the plates went missing. Who knows? I'll leave you with this. Fedcon.com. Get your tickets. If you want to sponsor, talk to us. There's booths available. There's unique opportunities available, not just what you see on the website. But if you want to be a bronze, a gold, we have them. We have a couple of silver left, right?
Yep.
2 silver?
2 silvers.
2 more silvers left. We got some golds. Let's get this going. Let's start locking it in. You're not going to want to miss this. It's going to be big. It's going to be big. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of content creation opportunities that you're going to be able to bring back and utilize for whatever purposes you want. So it's Friday. Next time I see everybody, are you going to say something?
I was just going to say, have a great weekend.
Oh, I thought maybe somebody said something. I'm playing off you. I'm playing off. I see you in the corner of my eye, Lisa. We're headed to Naples on Sunday. We'll be vlogging.
Yep.
We'll be vlogging. You'll get the MAFSI vlog. You will get the MAFSI 2022 vlog, the force of the future.
Nice.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, have a beautiful weekend. Enjoy the moments as they're happening. Remember these moments. They're only here for a short time. This is our time, by the way. This is our era. This is our time. Make it count. Please make it count. Stay well. Stay fired up. See you at MAFSI.
See you at MAFSI.
Peace.